Hey Josh, now that Trump's in office, do you think prepping is dead? No. No, I don't. So to me, this is just Hoshnowski talking. To me, prepping has always been just the human being and certain parts of the society, human being, acknowledging that living on this thin layer of rock floating on top of a molten sea where it shakes and sucks things into the dirt, and you have explosions of molten lava. You've got hurricanes and you have tornadoes and you have all these natural disasters. Prepping is just an acknowledge that being alive on this planet is risky. And the best thing to do when you're dealt a potentially future risk, something that could be a problem, is to prepare for it. Now we use the term prepper and makes Google searching kind of difficult, but what are we really talking about? We're really talking about self-sustainment, personal responsibility, and preparedness. Preparedness being the prep in prepping. Preparedness is just a state of mind that we are somewhere in the scale of being prepared for certain events, and some of us prepare differently. I prepare for earthquakes. I live in Southern California. I was in Southern California during the Whittier Narrows quake in '76. I prepare differently than someone that would live in Oklahoma or Florida or Louisiana, right? We have different ideas of what it means to be prepared. So when you have somebody like Trump take office, a conservative, stated conservative, who has made it clear in no uncertain terms via his platform on his website that he supports a lot of things that preppers support. That's good from a status quo point of view. But it doesn't make me sit back, take a load off, and go, well, I don't have to worry about earthquakes anymore. Trump's taking care of that. Earthquakes are still a primary thing that I worry about, still a primary concern of mine, still one of the things that led me to this being prepared lifestyle. But there's something else too, and when you factor in the human, right? So a lot of concern was worried about Hillary coming and taking guns and cracking down on preppers and creating more momentum to this movement the country's going on that a lot of us don't agree with. Well, by electing Trump, people seem to think that that momentum has just stopped, and if anything, they've lost yardage. I'd say they've gained yardage. They've come out and said, a large portion of people, that this is not my president, and they've decided to actively protest democracy. They've decided that the thing that they were in support of, democracy, is not something they can continue to support as long as it's this guy. So they only wanted to be in a democracy insofar as it was somebody that they could get behind. When it was truly somebody they disagreed with, all of a sudden the idea of a democracy is untenable to them. That in itself is prepping. That is one major catalyst for why I started preparing. It's because of the human nature of people, this mindset, the psychology of individuals. And, you know, again, being prepared or having a desire to be self-reliant and self-sustaining, that's a small percentage of the human populace that has that in them. A lot of people will just play the status quo game, or worse, they'll become dependent on other people and on the government. The percentage of us that's over here on the side that wants to be prepared, that's a very small percentage. I don't know if you want to consider yourself lucky, and don't be surprised when sometimes we get denigrated as being crazy and doomsday, right, and made fun of and caricaturized in media. It's because there's so few of us, and we push for this responsibility that a lot of people don't have. So to answer the initial question again, is prepping dead? No. We've maybe got a little subtle lull, maybe a little throttle back. We definitely haven't stopped. And we're going to, again, pick up steam because Earth will quake, volcanoes will erupt, tornadoes will spin, and the water will rise and fall again. And that is why we prepare. We prepare for the things that we don't want to deal with and be put at the mercy of other people in the future. So guys and gals, keep your pantries full. your guns oiled, your comms ready, and your batteries charged. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. If you had not already, please subscribe. I'd love it if you shared this with all your prepper-minded friends. Put this on Facebook. There's lots of good groups out there. And if you're a member of a prepper group, post down in the comments below. I'd love to actually get engaged with them. I'm in a few of them, but I know there's a lot out there. Facebook is getting just bigger and bigger every day, and I'd like to get a little bit more involved in that area. So, question of the day, if you're involved in any interesting groups, and it doesn't have to be prepper groups, it could be comms groups and food groups and radio stuff, firearms, whatever it is, post your favorite Facebook groups down below. I'd love to go check them out. And yeah, thanks a lot. I'll talk to you later.